Abel. How are you this evening?
Hello, Gideon. I'm fine. Thanks for asking. How are you?
I'm good, but I can barely hear you.
Can you hear me better now?
Yes, I can hear you much better now. Thank you.
Okay.
So, how are you today?
Oh, really fine. Really fine. Resting from the last yesterday match against Belgium. Fortunately, we won, so we are on track now.
So, how did the game go? What was exciting about yesterday's game?
I am from Argentina, so I attend to the match between Argentina versus Belgium.
Hmm. Yeah, apparently it was a pretty even game, wouldn't you say?
Excuse me?
It was an even game.
Yes, very even, really even.
Yeah, excellent. Hi, Sergio.
Hi, Simon. How are you?
Very well, thanks. How are you today?
I'm doing well. I'm doing great. I'm doing great. Yes, I wake up early, play my soccer as usual for Sundays, and yes, I'm ready to talk about to enjoy this class.
Yeah, well, we're going to do a lot of talking about the World Cup, where it's going, and team favorites. So, what's your favorite team right now, or country?
Definitely, Brazil is my country, is my favorite team. But yeah, I'm a enthusiast fan for soccer, and I think I have a more three teams around the world like Chelsea, Real Madrid,
Hmm.
and believe or not, I like the Boca Juniors in Argentina también.
Well,
That's
the
my
last
team.
game Brazil played was with Colombia, correct?
Yeah, that's it.
Now, again, another relatively even match, except for where it came to fouls. Who had the most amount of fouls? Do you remember? Anyone? So it was Colombia and Brazil. Who had
Mhm.
more fouls?
I think this was for Colombia.
Well, Colombia had 23, Brazil had 31.
Wow.
Oh, but
Yeah.
they injure Neymar very badly.
Yes, maybe we should consider the intensity.
Yeah,
Well, who won the game?
Brazil.
Brazil
Brazil.
gets to fight another day, right? Because
Yeah.
I don't know, maybe I'm foolish, but at this stage, you take each battle as they come. To win the war, you must win each battle.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So,
yeah,
I mean, okay, Abel, did
yeah.
anybody think Brazil would make it this far this year?
Excuse me?
Did anybody think Brazil would make it this far this year?
Yes, Brazil is a really good team, really great team.
Really?
Maybe, yes, maybe they are not at the top level of its capacity, but they are a great team, a really great team.
Well, I don't know. Joe, was that what you heard as well, that people were expecting Brazil to win this year?
Yes, it's a possibility. He are in the semi-final.
I don't know,
Uh,
Sergio. I think from what I was
ju-
hearing that people were expecting Spain to win.
Oh,
Yes,
no,
it's
no.
easy to say that. It's easy to say that because it's the last champion. But if you were seeing the play that they were performing, it was not really good.
Right? Well, Sergio, I mean, that's a valid opinion.
Yeah, but we have a great photography about the performance, the Spain performance in the last Confederation Cup when we beat Spain 3-0. And yes, oh, that's possible, maybe yes, we can do it this again. But um unexpectedly, Spain was kicked out the cup, so premature.
Yeah, when was the last game? When did Spain play Australia?
Yeah, yeah,
It was
it
0-3,
was,
right?
yeah, 0-3. But I was talking about the last year here in Brazil, the final Confederation Cup is the for does country who winner in your country in continent, and Brazil become the championship facing in the final Spain 3-0 as well.
I think it's kind of tough for Brazil. Everybody expects Brazil to always win. Doesn't that put unrealistic pressure on Brazil?
Yeah, definitely, definitely. That's a last um, the last game before this against uh, who Brazil plays? Uh, oh man, oh Colombia
Hmm.
against Chile. Uh, Most of the players crying, like about under the pressure. And but yes, we have luck, and in the penalty kicks we we won.
I've heard some people say that Chile is actually has the best team coming into this World Cup. That's what
Yeah,
I heard.
yeah, yeah, definitely. I never seen Chile playing like this year. Yes, like now they could use combine like the strong. They really effort like play really hard with focus and using technique. Yes.
Yeah. Well, we've got a few new students joining the class. This is like a call-in radio show. It's all about the World Cup. Ahmed, welcome.
Hi, class. Thank you.
Welcome to the class. And we have Mohammed.
Hello?
Hello, Mohammed.
No.
And we have Adele. So,
Hello.
guys, what you've missed is we've heard Sergio and Abel saying that essentially Brazil's going to win this. Well, sort of. I mean, there's a strong belief that Brazil will win it, and I think that belief is stronger now than when the tournament started. Brazilian fans didn't feel they had the strongest team as in previous years. Ahmed, what do you think? Do you think Brazil's going to win it this year?
Well, I don't know what might happen, but Brazil should try uh, her best to win because Brazil is the country that hosts this World Cup this year.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I really don't know who will win really.
What about Colombia, Mohammed? Do you think Colombia will win it?
Oh, maybe. Yeah. Colombia is out, I think. Yeah,
Is my
I think.
information out of date here? Sunday,
Yeah.
July the 6th. Let's see here. Colombia is a more technical team than Chile. I guess this is going back to Chile. Colombia is a more technical team than Chile. Chile is more organized at the backs, whilst Colombia has tremendous strength and a tremendous spirit.
Yeah, but like I don't know much about Colombia. I know that Brazil like maybe lost the World Cup because like the team is based on the like player Neymar, and now after the injury, it's gonna be a little bit tough.
Well, you know what? Before the injury, nobody thought they would make it this far. Well, not nobody, but Brazilian fans weren't the most hopeful as they'd been in previous years. So, yes, there's an injury. But does that really spell the end of Brazil for this year?
I don't know, maybe like many people said that. So, but Brazil often surprises like its fans. So who knows?
It's a football dynasty, Brazil. Very strong.
Yes.
Let's see. Adel, what do you think? Who's going to win it this year? Adele? All right, Joseph, who's going to win the World Cup this year?
I think the winner will be Brazil. I like Brazil.
And where are you from, Joseph?
I'm from Peru.
Peru. So certainly not biased against your own country here. Why do you think Brazil is going to win it, even though they have what many consider to be a World Cup ending injury?
I think they gonna win the World Cup because they have a lot of good soccer players.
Mhm.
They were not doing playing well, but Brazil always play like that, and at the end when uh, f- uh, they are at the end of the games, at the end of the uh, I don't know how to say torneo, torn.
Is it a torn muscle, torn ligament?
At the end, they play very well.
Well, yeah, but Brazil has been doing well. All right, so it seems that everybody seems to think that Brazil is going to win. If that's the case, I mean, there's really no need to continue this class. We've already declared a winner.
I don't know, maybe
Where's the trophy?
it doesn't happen.
Hold on, I have your trophy.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, looks like.
Oh, wait a minute, I got to dress it up a little bit, make it look more spectacular. Hold on.
You know it.
There we go.
Mm.
It looks
I like
more like
the
an ice cream.
Yeah.
Okay, so I don't know, guys. I think I was saying earlier that I thought Colombia was a good team and that Chile is a good team. I thought Spain was good too. Who believes that Brazil isn't going to win? I know you're out there.
I believe Brazil is not going to win.
Okay, Ahmed, give us the brutal, honest truth. Why is Brazil not
No,
going to win?
not really. But what I mean, we have to wait until Tuesday, okay?
No, come on. You can't just make a statement like they're not going to win, but we have to wait till Tuesday.
Yeah, well, okay.
Express your feelings here in the Church of World Cup.
The thing that make uh, that makes World Cup interesting. If things don't go as we expected, it will be more interesting, I think.
Okay, that's good. Okay, so I'm gonna hold your feet to the fire here. If you don't think Brazil is going to win, who do you think will win? Or better, who do you want to win?
Well, I have here in mind right now Germany or Netherlands.
Germany. Interesting. Abel, what do you think? Germany? Auf Wiedersehen. Germany? That's my only German word I know. Okay. Adele, do you think Germany could do it? See, they're speechless. The thought of Germany winning has got them speechless.
No one likes what I said.
This is true.
I'm with Germany.
Mohammed, Germany, do you think they can do it?
I think that's maybe all the Argentina, Netherlands, also Germany. They're all good teams, and I think one of them has a very good chance, which is the one that has the best chance of winning is Netherlands because she won Spain 5 to she scored 5 goals against Spain, which was the World Cup holder for the last tournament, and last time she was she was the second after Spain. So I think Netherlands has a very good chance of winning this World Cup.
A lot of people have been surprised at how strong, but yet how consistent the Netherlands have been in this tournament.
Yes, but German machines are restless,
Hey, look, you know what? The Germans can make really fine cars. They can engineer anything. But we're talking sports here. Can they engineer a World Cup victory?
Well, many people try to make reconcile between their power in machines and their power in football. So they're saying they're playing like machines. So they say the German machines are restless. Germans always are playing the match against Algeria. They were playing for 90 minutes in a steady pattern, and then after in the extra time, it's like they were not playing. They were starting the game. They were playing with all physical or with all their strength. And Algerians were so tired. It's like they're programmed to do. It's like machines.
Germans don't have heart. It's just like robots playing, and they're playing hard. I'm not knocking the Germans here. What I'm hearing is there's no heart, no emotion.
Maybe Germans, they're a strong team. That's football is about winning. It's not.
Yes, but is sport just about winning, or is it about the emotion? You're down a goal, 1 minute left to go, and your team scores a tying run, and then just before the end of regular time, you score the winning run. Isn't that what it's about? The emotion of the victory, not just. Yeah, I mean, in football, I don't know, but we don't often see 3-0 victories. It's usually 1-0, 1-1, 2-1. You can never truly relax in football.
Yeah.
Sergio, what do you think? Am I being a crazy man here?
No, definitely not. I think but that's the spirit, for their soccer, for the football, as this emotion when you can't like don't take your eyes out for the TV, for the game, the match, and just backing the subject before. Yes, you know this World Cup has been how can I say expecting to the final will be between Brazil and Argentina because that's the first time in the all time it will be here. But honestly, I'm not sure if I would like to take the Argentina for the final if I got there because probably if in case we be beaten for them, I don't know why what happened. You know, when I wake up and Monday, July 14th, and listen a lot of friends, a lot of radio, TV shows talking about the Argentina beaten Brazil in Brazil. But the other thing is important we have to talk should talk here is discuss about is the surprise. A lot of the teams here unexpectedly have been playing really well. You know, like yesterday we had Netherlands against Costa Rica, and wow, Costa Rica in the end of the game almost won the match. And yes, but I think it's the traditional for these teams. This really used to come in the finals. Decisions like Netherlands, Argentina, Germany, Brazil, recently Spain, France, Italy. These are always the same. Maybe we should change something. But for this year, it's still Brazil in the final. And
okay, so we're discounting Germany. But I hear Spain again. And Mohammed, I want your take here. Several have written that Spain is just a mess. It lacks leadership. Spain was doomed to fail before it even arrived at the World Cup. Would you say that's valid, or do you think that's too harsh? Because Spain has been one of the most provocative and visionary teams out there.
Yeah, it's for me?
No, Mohammed.
Okay.
But Mohammed's not answering, so we'll go to Joseph.
What's the question?
You're talking about Spain and how.
Guys, you gotta listen. You gotta listen, or you lose your turn. Who remembers the question? I don't even remember all of it.
What is the time over there, Simon?
I don't know. I need to ask what time it is where Mohammed is because he's not hearing my question. So I have to hearken back to Spain, and some have written, fairly or unfairly, that Spain has been doomed since the beginning of the World Cup. You know, they lack leadership. They were a mess. The world champions essentially lost 2-0 against Chile. Now, Chile's a good team. We recognize that. They've been eliminated from Brazil after just 2 matches. 2 matches. This, for one of the strongest teams coming into the World Cup, one of the strongest franchises ever, one of the most powerful teams in the last 20 years. Were they doomed from the outset? Did they lack leadership? What was wrong with Spain, Mohammed?
I think that they were over trusting their powers or their abilities to win. You know? They're say they're playing like with confidence, like with more confidence than they're supposed to, they're supposed to play with. So they were like they underestimated like many teams, and I think that when they only scored, they only won one match, I guess, and that's really a problem. I guess the problem with Spain is that they're um, they have good players, but I don't know. I guess they're underestimating other teams.
Well, that's being generous. Canada has good players, but you don't see Canada in the World Cup. Wow, I just knocked Canada. Man, I'm going to get lots of hate mail for that one. No, let's face it. If it was hockey, that's a different story. Never tease a Canadian about hockey. That's hockey's a religion in Canada. All right, Joseph. Let me turn it over to you. What would you like to comment on this World Cup? What are you looking forward to as we come close to the end?
I would like to see play. No, yesterday I think that Costa Rica will win the game against Netherlands, but Netherlands were playing the game not so well like at the beginning. So now I don't like Netherlands. I
Really?
prefer. I don't like at the beginning. I like Netherlands because they were playing the well, but I don't know. In the past match against Costa Rica, I don't see the team that I wanna see.
Are you
Uh,
saying, Joseph, that you only follow teams when they're doing well?
yes. Because
Do you know what? Do you know what we call that in English?
I don't know how you call that, because my country never goes to the World Cup, so I only follow countries that I like
We call
how they
it
play.
fair-weathered fan. They only cheer when things are going well.
Yes. I
Yeah.
I, I think I am something like that.
Well, you know what, Joseph? Canada is unlikely to ever make it that far into the World Cup, but when it comes to good sport, I just like seeing the best of the best play the best of the best.
Yes,
It's at that level that you see skill, you see speed, you see shots on goal that you didn't think were possible. You see the professionalism. Ahmed, are you a fair weather fan?
Actually, no.
Why not, sir?
Because I watch um, football matches for fun, you know.
Mm-hmm.
I don't support really, but I like, for example, let's say, uh, what happened. I listen to people how they like comment, how they get angry and become crazy. These things. That's what I enjoy really. I don't enjoy like supporting the team or country or something like that.
God, it's great fun.
Yeah.
And you know, as we come to the halftime in the class, let's talk about halftime. When the game's half over, I mean, obviously we start to get a little hungry, a little thirsty, and I would like to know what you guys like to eat when at a game at the World Cup, or if you're watching World Cup. What are your favorite go-to snacks? Sergio.
Actually, when I watching World Cup, I don't like eat anything during the game. Just in a half, okay, in a break, half time. I maybe if I had a barbecue, okay,
Mm-hmm.
I can take
That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, that's the better way we can enjoy a World Cup, and yeah,
Our U.S. friends use an expression called tailgate. It's something uniquely U.S. where they drive their pickup trucks. They go to the stadium. While they can't get into the stadium, they drop down their tailgate to their truck. They have a barbecue there, and they barbecue outside in the parking lot.
yeah, yeah, definitely. In a really cold beer, perfect.
Yeah, I'm not sure that I understand the tailgate idea because, I'd rather be at home in front of a large screen TV with my friends, a barbecue, and some icy cold beverages to enjoy. Or
Yeah,
hot if
yeah,
you're down in the south of Brazil where it's very cold right now.
yeah. South Brazil, yeah, it is. But now where I live in Rio, no, definitely not.
Quite hot. All
Very
right,
hot.
Mohammed, for halftime for you, what snacks do you like to enjoy?
So like when if I'm going to watch football match, I like I prefer to go to the cafe
Hmm.
and watch it with some friends. Like so, usually
Mohammed, we're
I'm
really losing your signal
drinking
now. Uh,
cafe or
what I might recommend is exit Google Hangout, come back in because it's so bad now that we just but it sounds robotic. So please come out, come back in, and let's see if that's not resolved. Joseph, your favorite snacks for halftime?
I like to drink some soda.
What kind?
Uh, it is drinking only it sells in my country. I
Oh,
don't
well,
know
tell us.
you. It's Inca Cola. That's the mark. Uh,
Ah,
but it is soda, but it has another flavor.
I remember in New Zealand we used to have Fanta a lot, and it wasn't here in North America until recently. Now I find the stuff too sweet. I can't drink any soda.
Yeah,
Age ruins all the fun.
Do you like beer more?
Yeah. But
Ah,
what about
that's
food,
why.
Joseph?
food. I like to prepare some sandwich. And no more, only drink and some sandwich and see the game, expect the game, and all the time when I don't like the game, I turn off my TV and I do something else.
I understand. Ahmed, favorite snacks, beverages?
I am eating right now while I am watching. Well, to me, there is nothing special or certain I like to have. Whatever come to mind. I mean, whatever I have, I just bring it, put it in front of me, and have it.
Mm.
Yeah, sometimes I might watch match while I'm cooking, so it is fine.
Yeah. Well, for me, it varies. I love corn dogs, but since I left the U.S., I haven't found any place that makes them as authentic and as good. I don't like them to be greasy. I like them to feel like real cornbread. Oh, they're delicious. Delicious.
What is cornbread?
Cornbread, it's kind of like a sausage. You have a sausage or a
Okay.
wiener, and it's surrounded by cornbread. And
Hmm.
you dip it in mustard. It's so good. Oh, mm.
Cornbread, is it kind of tortilla?
No, it's not a it's tortilla at all.
I said tortilla.
Uh, Americans usually refer to them as corn dogs.
Uh-huh.
Corn dogs.
Corn dogs.
Okay.
Corn. Also, I love a nice barbecued chicken. where the meat falls off the bone, you know, like that really tender. Yeah.
Look, time I haven't had it.
Why not? You know what? The perfect chicken, I could give you the recipe for the perfect chicken, and you can time it so it's ready at halftime.
Really?
Barbecued ribs. See what else? I'm not a big red meat fan.
Burgers?
You know, not a big burger fan either. But some people love them. You know, that's all great. Me, I kind of like. I really love chicken. You can really barbecue chicken well, and you know, just love lamb. I love lamb.
Yeah. Chicken doesn't take time, to grill or to cook. That's why.
About 2 hours.
Really?
Well, it depends on how you do it, sir. If you want a guaranteed chicken where the meat falls off, I mean so tender it falls off the bone, like you pick up the chicken, it falls apart.
Mm.
The meat separates from the bone. You want to know my secret?
Yes, please.
All right, and maybe one day I'll do a baking class.
Yeah, I think it's a good idea. You're right, yeah.
So what you do is you get a metal tin, right? Big enough to hold the chicken. It has a bottom part and a top part. You fill it with about 1 centimeter or 1.5 centimeters of water. Then you put the chicken in. You preheat the oven to 350 degrees.
Okay.
Once it's ready, you put it in the oven and you leave it for 2 hours.
Okay, you have mentioned just 300 and something. This is Fahrenheit.
Yeah, all ovens use Fahrenheit, so.
Ah, that's why, yeah, because I was wondering.
Yeah.
Celsius.
Most recipe books use Fahrenheit, so Fahrenheit's what we use. So set it to 350. Keep the lid on. You want to use a metal one, so that way it keeps the weight of it keeps it on. And what happens is, as it's cooking, the juices stay inside, and it stays pressurized enough that the chicken doesn't dry out. Now, it can be ready in 1 hour and 45 minutes or 1.5 hours, but that extra cooking time is what allows the meat to tenderize and just literally fall off the bone.
I see, yeah, it's just moist, then, yeah, at the end, after, yeah, good. Mm-hmm.
Now, here's the problem, though. If you like chickens that are browned and have that barbecued look to it, all you do is about 15 minutes before it's done, take the top off, baste it, brush anything on you want, and change it from bake to broil, and broil it on low for the remaining time. Then every couple of minutes go back, rebaste it, and then you'll have that nice brown sheen to it. The skin will be crispy, so anywhere from about 15 to half an hour before. And then when it's ready, oh, it's so good. But
okay, I think I have to watch the recorded class again to write it down,
You know what? I'll do a baking class one day with chicken. I'll start it halfway through the class, obviously, because a class is only 60 minutes, and you'll get to see how I bake a chicken so that the meat literally falls off the bone.
Okay.
All right. So,
I'm looking forward to it.
yeah, a little bit of a tangent there. We lost Muhammad, unfortunately. I think he was having connection problems. So the World Cup.
Sergio now here. It is good.
Well, I just heard that the Netherlands is not going to make it anymore. They're going to be killed off in the next game. Is this really going to happen, Sergio? Is the Netherlands going to fail at the next match? Are they going to die out?
I'm not sure, but I think among these 4 teams now, Brazil, Germany, Netherlands, and Argentina, I think the Netherlands has been playing. Yeah, maybe better. Maybe they are a little bit like, oh, we can win this match when we want to. Like we can. Okay, if I decide to win now at the beginning, we can play like before and yes, make 2-3 goal scores. But there is something like relation with T-shirt, like the Brazilian, the German, and Argentina. Like these 4 teams, only one Netherlands not was champion. Yeah,
Okay, well,
maybe
let's.
when you have to.
The game with Costa Rica, Netherlands, 0-0. Who's winning that?
Yeah, but that's yes. Okay, yeah, but like I think this game is different. Was different because
Because Costa Rica fell asleep, they didn't show
probably
up to play.
Netherlands thought like, oh, that's not easy.
Okay, so Sergio is breaking up a little bit here. Let's do what we call rapid fire here. I want to hit you guys with some facts here, and I hate to run into a discussion about the World Cup with facts here, but Netherlands versus Costa Rica. Let's look at some facts here. Total shots. Netherlands, 20. Costa Rica, 6. Shots on target. 15 for Netherlands, only 3 for Costa Rica. Did they even bother to show up? Possession, 64%, Netherlands. The only saving grace for them is the amount of saves they had. I would say that Costa Rica didn't show up at all. Either that or Netherlands is just too powerful a team, and I think Netherlands will make it to the final round, and the Netherlands might win. Oops, did I say that out loud? What do you guys think?
I don't know, Simon. I see Costa Rica play very well, and they could score 1 goal, but they couldn't do that.
Well, you can't score a goal if you've only got possession 36% of the time.
Yes, they could score 1 goal, and they didn't. They have opportunities, but they couldn't win the game.
Joseph, do you know what I felt like when I watched that game? I felt like the Netherlands was a bully and wouldn't let Costa Rica have the ball.
Yes, but at the end, you see the end of the game,
Mm-hmm.
when only was left. I think the last 10 minutes, Costa Rica could they have more possession of the ball at the end of the game, and they seemed that they were playing the game like Netherlands. I was thinking that they could win the game, and they deserve to win the game.
Well, I guess they're efficient. You know, they let the Netherlands do all the work, and yet they managed to prevent the Netherlands from scoring. So you know what? You give them a prize for that. But you know, when you let a team dominate like the Netherlands did with 64% possession, in the corners 11 times, shots on target, total shots, fouls. You know, the Netherlands just seem to be doing a better job. But you're right. You know what? Costa Rica didn't give up a goal. So, you know, a lot of credit goes to their defense.
But why Netherlands could score any goal?
I don't know. I think the bigger worry is how can Costa Rica win if they can't score a goal? I know the Netherlands has to score too, but I'm just saying.
Sergio, say something.
I just the only one opportunity we play against Netherlands is the final, and yes, I'm sorry about that, but I'm usually to one to face Netherlands, and I think for the last 20, more than I think 40 years, we have been beaten this excellent team, but yes, it's like a good team for us, even in the final.
Yeah. Well, as I mentioned at the beginning of class here, everybody always expects the best out of Brazil. Brazil never has it easy. Even if you win the World Cup, people will still say, but Brazil was not playing their best. Brazil did this, Brazil did that. You know what? To make it this far, this is not an annual event. This is a 4-year journey. You've got countries like Britain where football is a huge part of their culture. Britain has some great professional football teams. Yet, look how far they made it. Powerful teams such as Brazil and Spain that have shown year after year that they have some of the best talent in the world. I think Brazil's won the World Cup 5 times, and Spain has done almost the same. That's a lot of work. Ahmed, last thoughts. Where are we headed? Who's going to be in the final and who's going to win? And don't say you'll wait till Tuesday to find out. Or Wednesday. Or Thursday. Or Friday. Ahmed, I'm dying here.
Can you hear me?
No, we couldn't hear you.
Okay, sorry, because I have here, I don't know what you call it, there is a small switch here in my headphone. I didn't notice that I put it off. I was talking all the time. I said, what's wrong with my microphone? Well, let me say, okay, no one can deny that Brazil is not a good team. So, let's wait till Tuesday.
Well, now that Sergio's back, you got to be nice, Ahmed. Don't say that again.
He will back. Yeah, I think he has joined back again. Yeah. He's here.
I'm back, Ahmed.
Well, continue, Ahmed.
Yeah. We will wait until Tuesday. It's better, you know. On Tuesday,
afraid of controversy.
On Wednesday, we can talk again, you know.
You're afraid of controversy. Well, I know Joseph is not afraid of controversy. Joseph, again, for the record, who's going to be in the final match? What's going to be the score, and who's going to win?
I would like that Brazil will be at the end of the World Cup. Maybe against Argentina. I think that would be a good match for me.
Okay,
But
Brazil versus Argentina. And what will be the final score?
I would like that both teams suffer until the end.
Okay, so should we say the final 5 minutes?
Oh, maybe 1-0 until the penalties. I like to see that.
Winning on a penalty is cheap. It's like stealing eggs from a chicken. It's not hard. So how about this? Brazil versus Argentina, winning the only goal, 1-0 in the final 5 minutes, no penalty, just a straight win. It's like we're negotiating here, like we have any say.
I don't know. I like more Brazil than Argentina, but I'm not a
That's
fan
but
of any of this country. I only like how they play.
Okay. Well, let's turn it over to Sergio. Sergio, I mean, we all know that you want Brazil to win, but what will be the final two teams? Who will be your opponent? Who will win? And what will be the final score?
I would love this contest, like Brazil versus Argentina, winning goal in the final 5 minutes. But definitely, it would be a catastrophe if this goal for Argentina, you know. But if okay, Brazil, I'm sure I totally agree that Brazil have been not really given a good presentation about football, you know, like about soccer, like oh, this is really like we did before a couple of dozen years ago. But yes, I prefer like Germany or Netherlands, but definitely Argentina, no, at all.
Hmm.
I have nothing against Argentina. I love Buenos Aires, but about soccer, it's different, totally different.
Okay, what's the difference between soccer and football?
No, yeah, actually, I'm doing a mistake because here we are talking about soccer for different American football. Uh, but we talking about soccer as a sport we use legs, different the football, American football, for those who use hands.
Well, oddly enough, it's a chiefly British. It's a British word
Yeah,
that was used. So
yeah,
a lot of people think the Americans are the ones who coined the term soccer, but it was actually coined in England. Just the Americans latched onto it and stuck with it and use football. And here's the strange thing here. So in football, you use your hands, and in soccer, you use your feet. So I don't know. The Americans got that one mixed up. But yeah, in Canada, you hear both soccer and football, but the only difference is the spelling. They're two different words. It refers to the exact same sport.
okay.
And in the U.S., they don't say American football. They say the NFL,
NFL.
right? They refer to the actual league or the NFL, the NBA, or they'll say basketball. If you just hear football, you know they're talking about the NFL.
Okay, Simon, what is your final thought?
Well, my final thought is
Think
my
with your
favorite.
heart.
And I got to be careful here because I know a lot of my students are not from Brazil, but I just can't help feeling support for Brazil. It's just something about that. You know, a World Cup victory just it's right if it is in South America, and Brazil just seems to be the natural for it. But at the same point, I think the Netherlands has what it takes to go all the way. If somebody said to me, hey, you know what, the Netherlands won, I wouldn't be like, you got to be kidding me. It's like if somebody had said to me, Spain got knocked out of the World Cup after 2 matches, I'd say, what? Are you kidding me? Which Spain? Right?
Yeah.
So, you know, that's kind of my last thoughts on this. You know, we're going to find out soon, right?
Yes.
There's been a lot of surprises, and I apologize for not having a World Cup class before this, but what happened earlier today was I was looking through my class schedule. I wasn't trying to book a class, but I clicked on a spot and booked a class and needed a lesson plan. And I thought, wait a minute, why don't I do the World Cup? And it's great because it's conversation. You guys get to talk, and you know, I think I'll make a habit of this when there's a major world event, sporting event or otherwise. Let's have a class on it.
Yeah, by
It's
the way,
topical.
if I want to mention, for example, Brazil or Argentina, I mean, as a team, shall I say they or it or he or she or what?
I would never use he or she because it's singular, right? So when you're talking about Brazil, you could easily be referring to the country or the team.
Yeah.
And so Brazil is a very strong team. They are qualified, right? So
I
they,
see. Mm-hmm. But okay.
their strengths
Thank you.
are, again, plural there.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Okay. Good.
All right, guys. Well, thank you for joining me this Sunday afternoon for most of you, Monday morning for others.
It is Monday already.
Yes.
That's right.
You know what? Like I said in my classes, if you can think of another day where you guys want to have a special conversation class or a topic, let me know and I'll book a class. Just give me a few days' notice so I can book it in my schedule. I'm happy to change up my classes to fit whatever is going on in the world.
Thank you, Sam.
Okay, thank you.
You're very welcome,
Thanks,
guys.
everyone.
Have a good night.
Thank you
Have a
so
good morning.